Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Kerbal Space Program War, or Space Race I guess. And in today's video, I have a retaliation against what Walker did. Well, not really a retaliation, but I guess you could call it a technical retaliation in terms. But anyway, this new rocket that I just launched, I believe it has a landing craft in it. And the plan is today to launch several landing crafts along with a satellite, and these will function as basically spy waypoints and spacecraft. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. But anyway, this rocket's past apogee right now, and we're going to select our landing site relatively soon once we circle around the planet. Let's see, there we go. Now the satellite is exposed to the harsh environment of space. Is it a satellite or a landing? I keep forgetting which one this was. Yeah, now second stage engine is up, and we're just basically raising our perigee. And we now have an orbit. Alright, cool. Yep, this is the satellite. Okay, so I'm gonna launch the landing craft later, and this is basically similar to Sputnik in terms. So I'm the first one to actually launch something into space, a satellite. I guess you could call it a satellite. It's just really a tube with 4 antennas sticking off of it. It's primitive, but it's enough to prove that my country is superior in terms of space flight. And also, this satellite's going to function as a communications waypoint, so that's pretty helpful for my country. Alright, moving on to the next launch. Now, this launch is going to be on the same rocket, as you can see, but it's going to be a landing craft, and we're going to land the landing craft in close proximity to Walker's base in the surrounding region. Alright, so we're kind of getting a straight up approach, angling over just a tiny bit because we want to get the apogee as high as possible, just as little fuel as possible. Alright, and we have definitely left the atmosphere right now. We're in the upper reaches. There go the first stage, the asparagus boosters. You may say this is a very oddly angled orbit, but the reason we're doing this is because we're getting it right over top of Walker's base, and we're going to get it as close as possible. So, we're constructing orbit. Yeah, I just had to do a little burn there to make sure it was high enough so the spacecraft would burn up. Ah, why were maneuver nodes acting up? I couldn't really figure that out. I don't know why those nodes were acting up, but alright, we're bringing our burn down right now so we can actually land right near Walker's facility. You can see we're pointing prograde. I accidentally burned a little bit too close, you know. Alright. So now the landing craft is free and it's going to proceed into the atmosphere. I'm going to go ahead and turn the battery off just to preserve electric charge, because this thing does not have a solar panel, I just realized. Alright, as it begins its plummet into the atmosphere, I reactivated the electrical system so it could have guidance. I know that didn't seem like that long, but I just decided to turn it on for a minute, just so I can get it pointed in the general right direction. It does have a heat shield to ensure the spacecraft does not burn up. And this is very important to all space missions returning to Earth. Cut right to the landing scene. I know you guys don't like those boring re-entries, but it's about to touchdown right now, and as you can see, I have landing lights, and those basically they help me see how far the lander is from the ground. So let's see, just skip the boring landing and just cut the chute off. There we go. Alright, well, we have a touchdown. There's our first probe. And it's going to begin relaying data here really soon. I'm going to tuck in the legs. Actually, that's not a very good idea. Alright. And we cut back to the vehicle assembly building, launching another... this time it's a communications probe instead of just a general probe, I guess you could say. But this is going to act as a communications waypoint. I've noticed I've had issues with my communication system among vessels, so I'm going to fix that problem once and for all. I'm going to go ahead and skip this scene. Let's see here. Alright, we're now on the launch pad. It is currently night, and, well, we're off. We're off the pad. We're using the same rocket as last time because it's proven reliable in my primitive space program, and we're going to try to put this into a very high orbit around Kerbin. And this time we're not going to really angle it over as much because we want to get the apogee as high as possible right from the beginning. The asparagus stage is already gone, and we are proceeding at over 100 kilometers is our apogee. Alright, we're just starting the orbital burn right now. This is the most critical part of the entire mission, because if you don't get the orbit correct, then the other spacecraft and vessels will not be able to use the communication. Also, to use up the extra fuel, I decided to burn off as much of it as possible before jettisoning the final stage. And the satellite is now free. The antennas are all extended, and it's ready to begin its lifelong mission of, I guess, transmitting data. It's got various batteries and stuff. Also, as part of another testing initiative, I have constructed a cluster bomb, and I decided to test that this time around. It's early in the phases of development, and it's somewhat unreliable, I guess you could say, but, well, look at all those warheads, and my computer is lagging like crazy. Ooh. Yeah, that definitely wiped out the launch pad. No, it didn't. What? Alright, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That cluster bomb should be up in the next few videos, and stay tuned.